foul. It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, y'all can say the date, and this day will be a momentous occasion in the sport of boxing. I'm actually very excited about this fight. I'm more than likely going to have this fight circled on my calendar, so make sure you guys say the date. But April the 8th, the towering Inferno returns. Sebastian Fundora, one of the hardest hitting, one of the most ferocious fighters, one of the funnest, most all-action fighters to watch in the sport of boxing. He continues his path towards the world title at 154, as it's been announced that he's going to be fighting a guy that I would consider, although we don't talk all the time or a lot, I still consider him a friend of the program, a friend of the channel, a fighter that I've enjoyed interviewing him, and a fighter that I've had a chance to watch work in person in my trips and my voyages out to Las Vegas these last couple of years. And that's a fighter that I refer to as none other than the hardest working fighter in the Ismail Salas Boxing Academy, because every time I've ever gone there, he's always there. He's never not there. So that shows me discipline, and that fighter is none other than Albuquerque, New Mexico's very own Brian La Bala Mendoza. Now, hell of a fight. I think it might get overlooked a little bit just because Brian Mendoza maybe isn't the biggest name. But Mendoza coming off a massive win. He beat Jason Rosario into permanent retirement. And it was a performance where, his preparation that I've been seeing him in the gym for so long, working hard in the Salas gym to perfect his craft, it met opportunity, and he took full advantage of it by beating up on Jason Rosario. So with that being said, he's got a tall task in front of him, no pun intended, in Sebastian Fundora. Fundora is a tall, and I mean like the tallest, longest, giraffe of a man. He's a praying mantis of boxing gloves on, and on top of that, he's a fighter that has mastered the art of being a volume puncher at that size, which makes him the kind of fighter that can not only beat you, but beat you up in a systematic, dangerous fashion, which takes years and fights off your career. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a really good fight because Mendoza can punch. We've seen Mendoza, his craft improve. We've seen his ability to counterpunch improve. We've seen a lot of things with him improve over the last couple of fights. He lost a fight to Jesus Ramos about a year and a half ago. The Rosario fight he won. And that's what it is. And he's been getting great work in the gym. So I had this one circled on my calendar. I would love to be out there for this fight. I really do think it's going to be a great all-action fight. And Fundora should go in as the favorite because Fundora is one of the top fighters in this weight class, and he's a guy that some people may view as a bit of an uncrowned champion, a guy that, if Charlo or if boxing just had fighters be more active, he might have already got his shot and won a world title at this point. But boxing kind of moves a little bit slower today due to the fact that there aren't as many dates, and, fighters fight once or twice a year at that level. So it is what it is. But I think this is a chance for him to stay busy and beat a very determined, hungry guy, Mendoza. And Mendoza, right? Brian Mendoza. I'm gonna say it like this. Fundora should be the favorite, but I'm putting Fundora on upset alert. I'm putting him straight on upset alert because, I just think Mendoza, this fight's happening at the right time. He's shown improvements, and this is a guy that works insanely hard. Not like hard. I'm talking about insanely hard in the gym, disciplined. I've seen it myself, so I just think this fight's gonna be better than people realize, and we'll see come fight night. But that's not the only fight on the card that we should be paying attention to. In the co-main event, because this fight will be a triple header. In the co-main event, you're gonna have a really good fight, a really evenly matched fight, I feel. In the PBC stable, and it's gonna be a welterweight match, a welterweight occasion, and I'm looking at the winner of this fight maybe being the next potential opponent for Jaron Ennis. So pay close attention to this space. You're gonna have Butaev. Butaev, he's coming off that loss to Imantas Stanionis last year. He's trying to get back in the fold and get his career back on track. And he's going to be taking on another guy who's trying to get his career back on track, his damn self. Former Terrence Carver victim and former Lithuanian Olympian, a hard-punching and very dangerous mean machine, Kavaluskas. So Butaev, Kavaluskas, really good fight. I like the fight because Butaev is strong. Butaev throws a lot of high-volume shots, a lot of punches. He likes being in that pocket. Kavaluskas is more of a guy that I would classify as a sniper, a guy that likes to hang out on the outside, you know, kind of pick his shots out real nicely and keep you on the end of his punches. But if you stay on the end of those punches, you'll be in some big trouble, because I would say when we talk about the top 10 hardest punches in the welterweight division today, not the best fighters, but I'm saying the top 10 hardest punching, one punch power, you know, knockout artists, you know, type fighters. Kavaluskas is on that list, so Butaev is going to have to be very cognizant and remind himself of that, because if he's not careful with the Kavaluskas right hand, he could get put out, and Kavaluskas will be straight on track to fight Jaron Ennis. And truthfully speaking, you know, I think the winner of this fight probably should fight Jaron Ennis. Both these guys have a name. Both these guys have been at a good level in the welterweight division, and both these guys were PBC. So I don't see why this can't be Boots' next opponent. Personally, I would like to see him fight Kavaluskas a bit more than Butaev, just because Kavaluskas has that Crawford history. And I like to see him get that measuring stick opportunity. But, you know, either way you cut it up, slice and dice, that this is going to be a banger. And, you know, going to be a really good fight. And factor in, it's going to be at the War Grounds, a place that we call, as boxing fans, we affectionately refer to it as the War Grounds. You know, the StubHub Center, Dignity Health Sports Park, Carson, California. It's a place that's produced a lot, tons, countless, you know, really fun fights. So I feel like that fight will be no different. And then Brandun Lee. Brandun Lee will be fighting in his 28th pro fight now. Brandun Lee, this is a guy that, you know, people are kind of wondering, like, when the hell is he going to really step up and fight somebody, you know? And they don't even have an opponent for him yet. They're saying that Brandun Lee doesn't even have an opponent right now. So they're still trying to figure that out. You know, it's February 19th as I'm shooting this video, so we're talking about what, roughly 8 weeks out. So I would be led to believe they gotta be fighting an opponent like right now or within the next 7 to 10 days. So personally, look, I don't know who he's gonna pick, but if I can make a suggestion, the fight I would like to see, and I've been clamoring for this fight for a long time, would be Brandun Lee versus none other than Abram Martinez. You know, Abram Martinez is a fighter that has no problem taking fights as the B side. He's actually won fights that he wasn't set up to win. Top Ring brought him in to lose one time against Ruben Rodriguez a couple years ago, and he wound up beating him. He fought former Olympian Louis Sakorn, dropped him, and didn't beat him. Got a draw. And then last year, you know, I was down here in Hialeah. He fought Orestes Velasquez, who was at that time an unknown 2-0 Cuban fighter with no information out there on him on the internet. And he got knocked out by him in what was one of the best fights of the year. But he still dropped him in that fight. So I feel like Brandun Lee is going to need to be put in with a proper puncher. A guy that, you know, can really present some danger, but maybe doesn't have the craft or the boxing skills to grind it out and get a victory over him. You know what I'm saying? So I would like that fight, because I feel like you'd favor Brandun Lee going into that fight, but you wouldn't favor him with like a lot of confidence just because of what we see in the Womadera fight with the knockdown and with the punch power that Abram Martinez has got. So that's who I want to see him fight. I'm getting sick. It's been like a year and a half, 2 years. Abram Martinez has been called for this fight. Brandun Lee been fighting, you know, these guys he's supposed to be. I want to see him in a fight where I kind of got a question if he's going to win or not, you know, and that would be kind of fight where, like, I would have some doubt as to, like, how he would handle the punch power of Abram Martinez. So, that's why I hope he fights. I highly doubt he will, but I'm just making a suggestion. So, yeah, that's the news. April the 8th, Brian Mendoza, Sebastian Fundora at the War Grounds in Carson, California. Make sure you guys make your plans. I'm going to try to, you know, fingers crossed, God, I could be out there for that fight, because that's a hell of a fight. And I want to support my boy La Bala, Albuquerque's very own, Brian Mendoza. You know, hopefully it's a big fight in his career. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.